What is your weirdest experience while going to the gym? Red hoodie guy would come into the gym always wearing the same red hoodie. He would hit the treadmill at 8 to 10 miles per hour and just go. He could keep this pace for 30 minutes, but never seemed to get exhausted. Here's where it gets weird. He must have had headphones on under the hoodie because he would air guitar and headbang the entire time. Imagine a guy running at full tilt while shredding on an air guitar, non-stop, for half an hour, not breathing heavily or grunting, before abruptly stopping and walking out of the gym. Saw a guy on a stair climber wearing sunglasses and a leather jacket. I got literally flexed on. I saw a girl who I mistook as somebody I knew, went to say hi. She was cool about it, said it's happened before. Then a guy came over and said something going on here and literally just flexed. I've never had a bad experience at the gym before, but this dude was above and beyond. Always see them together now. Dude must have some redeeming qualities about him. I was running on the treadmill and there was this scruffy guy all hunched down like 3 treadmills away and he kept loudly muttering to himself, "You can do it, you got this," and making weird noises. He kept doing it for like 20 minutes. At first I was like annoyed cause he was rather loud and it was weird, but after about 10 minutes I distractedly started thinking to myself, I can do this. I got this. He was unintentionally inspiring to me. I swear my gym is actually a gateway into the fae. One time I saw a fit man with impeccable, flowing locks stare himself down in the mirror. He just kept saying yes and growling a bunch. Then he went over to the stretching area and did what could only be described as jazzercise while listening to aggressive hip hop on his headphones so loud I could hear it from the squat rack. Periodically, he'd holler out grunts and hype sounds and curse words with the music. I'm pretty sure he was a lynx in a human body. One time I'm on the bench and I hear 2 dudes. "You look fucking amazing, bro. You're the best looking dude in this gym." "Nah, you are, bro." I turn around after a set, and they're identical twins. There's this old guy who wears a toupee to the gym. It's hideous. Like he decided when he bought his wig, I'll be ginger now. But he's like a swarthy Mediterranean white dude. When he works out, the toupee wax that affixes it to his bald skull melts and runs down the sides of his head. He never seems to mind. The woman who was hanging out in the locker room in her underwear. She was there when I came in, and still there an hour later. Someone told me she was probably an Instagram model doing a selfie photoshoot. I'm pretty sure at the YMCA where I used to work there were old dudes who came just to be naked in the locker room. There was no sauna or steam room in the locker room. Just lockers, changing area, bathroom, sinks, showers. I'd get there an hour or so before my shift, lifeguarding, to work out. Old naked dude in the locker room. I'd finish my workout and go to shower and change into my lifeguard stuff. Same old naked dude still there. I'd go to the locker room to pee during my break. Still same old naked dude there. We'd be closing up and I'd have to go clear out any stragglers in the men's locker room. That old dude is finally putting his clothes on to leave. It was really fucking weird. I go to the gym at lunch and my office is somewhat close to a good sized university, so some of the college students also gym there since it's cheap and close. One day I was at the gym with a work buddy. We were alternating sets on the butterfly machine which was right in front of a row of treadmills. There were a few folks on the treadmill. An older guy I'd say in his mid-50s and 2 college-age women 2 treadmills away from the older guy. They're wearing t-shirts and shorts of the local college. The women are running pretty hard, doing some interval work. After a few sets, the woman closest to the old guy lifts a shirt to wipe her forehead sweat off. She's not wearing anything underneath said shirt. The older guy looks over and notices this and promptly stumbles on the treadmill and shoots backward onto the floor about 5 feet. I am in the middle of my rep when this all happens and I can't stop laughing. My gym buddy turns around at all the noise of the guy falling over. The 2 women immediately run to the bathroom giggling. I still wonder if this was all some kind of prank, or just an accident. Never saw those 2 at the gym again. I was on the treadmill waiting for the only squat rack to open up. A guy was holding it up talking to some other guy, and they talked for like 15 minutes. I was about to ask if I could work in, and then they started praying. Other guy put his head down, and squat guy put his hands on other guy's shoulders and started praying and doing that loud huffing between sentences Southern Baptist preachers do. And then another guy walked up to get in on the action. At the loaded squat rack, I just went and worked my legs on the machines. Not really weird, but this huge guy was weightlifting at the gym I frequent and he farted, and it was the longest fart I've ever heard, like at least 30 seconds long. He couldn't stop giggling like a little girl, and then everyone else started laughing and clapping like he just performed a theater piece. It was surreal. I went to the gym at 3 in the morning once. As I'm walking to the weights to do barbell curls, I notice a man prancing to one of the shoulder press machines. Not walking, prancing. He then steps on top of it and starts dancing on the machine for about 30 seconds and then does the workout. After this he starts skipping over to the dip machine, dancing around the whole thing before again doing the workout. Then he stands in the middle of the gym and starts shaking his ass to a tune. These dance moves went on for about 40 minutes. The kicker? There was no music playing in the gym and he had no headphones. I asked my buddy who worked there what this guy's deal was. I was told by him and a co-worker that he refuses to look at people because he thinks they'll steal his soul through their eyes. He's a frequent at the gym and everybody usually just tries to stay away from him. There is a 20-something very fit guy at my gym who works out extremely hard. Lots of weighted pull-ups, stuff on one leg, jumping rope, etc. I surmise that he was either into martial arts or obstacle course stuff. One day I'm on the treadmill looking out into the parking lot. I suddenly notice a small tree shaking violently. It's the guy, blindfolded, doing pull-ups on a tree limb. But the tree was really way too small so his feet were hitting the ground. It was a miracle he didn't bring the limb down. He took off the blindfold, looked very embarrassed, and casually walked back into the gym. I once went to use a leg extension machine and smelled something nasty. Ugh. Someone farted I thought. Then went to a leg curl machine. Came back, and it still stank. Then realized the smell was following me. Then, and I don't know why I did this, I touched the back of my shorts and realized someone shat themselves on the machine before me. And I sat in it, then sat on another machine, then sat in poop again. I considered telling someone on staff, but knew they'd never believe I wasn't the shitter. So I quickly wiped down both machines and left, trying to look as calm, normal, and innocent as possible. Saw a girl dramatically working out, all while taking swigs from her bottle of Coke. Then an hour later, saw her scoffing a Snickers bar in the changing rooms. Not really weird, but watched a guy in my weightlifting class almost kill someone because he tried to catch someone's bench press weight with one hand and that proceeded to drop both his body weight and the bar weight on this man's chest. Never heard a scream like what the guy produced after the weight hit him. Old dude drying his balls in the hand dryer, a Dyson Airblade, so, straddling it right up against the wall, dipping his junk in it repeatedly. I turned around and left, and no longer use the hand dryers. Not super strange, but grew stranger the more you stared at it. A guy working out in a bike helmet,